in this session of Geniusology Unfold the Genius in Your Child. And as you know, we are in a series of 21st century skills, and today is episode 2. Yesterday, we discussed about 21st century skills, how they all are classified, what are essential skills needs to be developed in this 21st century, and what is 21st century and alpha. So today we are going to discuss, as we promised, learning skills. And learning skills further are divided into four, major divisions. I mean, there are four major learning skills of 21st century. But before we go ahead, let's understand what are the learning skills. So, Akanksha, I warmly welcome you, and I request you to just start up the session.
Thank you so much, Lalita, and hello everyone. Yes, yesterday we started with the 21st century skills and the learning. We have already spoken about the three main 21st century skills. Those are learning skills, literacy, and life skills. And today, in detail, we are going to take up the learning skills. And the four basic learning skills are the critical thinking and communication skills, then collaborative skills, and creativity. So, which we are going to discuss in detail. And yes, we are joined by Prashanti. Hi,
Hi,
Hi.
Prashanti. Good
Hi,
evening.
both of
Welcome to
you.
you.
Good evening. Same.
good
Thank you
evening.
so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, please. We are all, I mean, into same mission, so it's nothing like opportunity. It's hand on hand. So Akanksha just started with it, about telling about learning skills. So carry on, Akanksha.
Yeah, so learning skills, it is basically recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities. As an educator in our students, which we already discussed yesterday. So let us start with the first one. Let us take up the critical thinking skill. What do you say,
Yeah,
Lalita? Shall we go ahead?
yeah, right. Like first of all, we will try to understand learning skills. Learning skills generally parents understand it may be learning some course or learning some specific skill, like maybe electrician, maybe plumbing, maybe something fixing or that. But it is not that. Learning skills are mandatory for everyone, for each individual
Absolutely.
who is on this planet, or who is going to the school or maybe not going to the school. These are some skills which are anyway essential, whether you go to school or don't go to school, because these are the skills which are fundamental needs of life. For example, as we are saying, critical thinking, creativity, and we'll discuss them further. So these are the skills which are, very much basic. They can be developed, and they help a person to achieve their career, their milestones in life. Learning skills are not subject specific, they are generic, very much generic. They are skill that, underlie all learning. uh, but the application, of specific strategies while learning the things, while using the things. I want to give a very small example of, understanding learning skills, and that will be like, I want to purchase something, and I need to analyze on it. So this is a skill everyone need, whether you are educated or not. You
Yeah.
always need to buy things in your life. You always need to behave in a society. You are going to interact with the society. You will meet good people, you will meet bad people, you will feel good, you will feel bad, you will feel sad, you will feel happy. You will feel, you need to express yourself always. It does not matter whether you have studied or not, or what stream you are. So these skills are called, 21st century skills, and one of them which we are discussing today is a learning skill segment of it.
Lalita, can we say it in short that like learning skills are the basic problem solving skills which we deal in our day to day life?
Exactly, exactly. Very, very, I mean, perfect statement you have given, Akanksha. Prashanti?
Yeah, I agree, totally agree with you that immaterial of whether you are educated, you are not educated, you are whatever level of whatever you are doing, these skills are the basic things. And you got to, if you have these and then you develop on this, you actually will progress in life. So these are one things which are very important and have to be there in a person.
Correct. So now, as we all know, there are four subparts of it. There are so many, but four are the most essentials which we are discussing here. So
Yeah.
first one is critical thinking. So what exactly is critical thinking?
What I feel is that critical thinking, we can say that it is independent thinking, or we can say that it is like thinking out of the box.
Yeah, like this word critical thinking, we are listening a lot. This is the ability, I think, to think clearly, you know,
Right.
and rationally about what to do and or what is not to do, right? Means what to choose and what to believe. We listen a lot, we hear a lot from our surroundings, but what to believe and what is not to believe, what to do and what is not to do. Thinking is, I think, analysis of this critical thinking is the analysis of whatever facts, evidence, or the things we see around, just analyzing them, and out of them, after our own observation, and our own arguments, then we form a judgment, then we make an idea that this is correct, this is wrong, this is this, this is that. So I think this is critical thinking. Prashanti?
Absolutely. Yeah, even I feel the same. That is like critical thinking should be something which is going deeper into a particular subject and understanding its main core, why it is that way, or what it's going to help us, how it's going to help us, or why is it to be studied. To give more focus to it, to go to it, every minute part of it, going deeper into it, understanding it, why it should be done, or what are its benefits, or whatever topic you take, and how you can go deeper into it, and how it's going to help us. It's like
Right.
more of giving more focus, going more deeper into one particular topic.
Correct. Right. Like if we say that if someone needs to go voting to choose whom to vote, if I want to purchase something, this company is better or this quality is better, this thing is required for me or this thing is not required for me, this all is small critical thinking, but this is majorly impacting our life.
Yeah, yeah. And asking
And we can
questions like why this, why, or like,
Yes.
trying to find out more and more deeper answers to it.
Correct.
And we can even say that critical thinking, like it involves the process of analyzing and problem solving in a systematic way, instead of
Yes.
going through the going by our intuition or our gut feeling or instinct, we say. So, and yes, we can say that like those students or people who are very good in critical thinking, they understand the problem, and they can like link between the ideas, two different ideas, and then
Yes.
they take decision.
Yeah, yeah.
True. True. So now
It's
let's
not it's not like, coming to a conclusion very soon, like it to give
True.
a thought to it, that is
or
how it is. Yeah,
not
correct.
blindly following someone, like we were taught, or
Absolutely.
parents these days they try, like my child is not listening to me or he's having his own world, so they should be happy about it, that they criticize them, they at times say you are doing wrong, you are doing right, because this is called critical thinking. Na, if today they will not oppose you or they will not ask you why, they will not ask you like what is wrong and what is right, then tomorrow if any friend will take them to some wrong place or will involve and engage them into some activities which are not to be done by a citizen, so they will not say no because they don't know how to say no, right?
Yeah.
So just to say no to them today, they need to learn to analyze, to say right to right and to say wrong to wrong things, what is happening around, maybe it is family, it does not matter, right? So now we need to discuss like how these critical thinking skills can be developed in the kids.
Lalita, I just want to interrupt. Your sound voice is echoing, isn't it,
That's
Prashanti?
echoing from your end. That is
No, no,
echoing in
not.
your system, dear.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
If you can
yours.
okay,
use headphone.
ah, okay, okay.
Yes. So we'll discuss about critical thinking, how we can develop critical thinking in kids.
Like We can say that we should tell them to ask questions, to not to believe for like everything, whatever we are telling them or any advice or information we are giving them. We should tell them to ask why, WHY, because that will develop like that curiosity will bring that critical thinking skill in them. That will develop that critical thinking skill in them.
Correct. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can always ask them, like, no, what according to you?
True. I mean,
What?
like, we can provide them the opportunities to play such games where there much of why is involved, where they
Yes.
need to find the reasons out. We can take them on a nature walk, why the leaves are green, why the air is coming from that side, why the the leaves are falling down only, why they're not going up in the sky. So these are very small and simple things which we can play, we can do them, and we can provide them the opportunity to play more and more, because when they play more, they find many questions, and they try to, analyze that, they try to think why this is not happening, that is not happening. Other than
Yeah.
that, we all are in this habit. If a child is committing a mistake or is doing something, for example, they are drawing, teacher might have given them to draw a tree, and they are trying to draw a tree, the stem and then leaves. And if we feel that this leaf and this stem is not in appropriate condition how it should be, so we just try to stop them, erase them quickly, and ask them, no, don't make it like this, make it like that. So we immediately react, or we immediately, intervene. We should be pausing. Parents should pause, wait, and even if you want to correct them, ask them some questions so that they themselves go to that point of changing.
Yeah.
Right. Then secondly, I think we as parents, we as adults, kids ask so many questions. They are full of curiosity, full of questionings, full of reasonings. But when they ask many questions, we try to crush their thinking skills. We
Mm.
suppress their questions. After two, three questions, we say, don't ask me. Have you gone mad? You keep on asking. I don't have time. And we just crush everything. There we start killing their creativity. When we teach them, they ask so many questions. Oh, you just leave
Yeah.
that, do your written work. Oh, you just leave that, do your reading work. We don't have
Yeah.
time and patience, and due to that, we are killing it. So we need to
Yeah.
leave them asking open ended questions,
Absolutely.
and then let
And one
them
more
create
thing.
their hypothesis.
Yeah, and I just want to add one thing here, Lalita, that if children are asking you questions and if you don't know any answer, you should very like openly tell them that I don't know, but yes, we should find out and we should tell them, even as an educator, as a parent, we should tell them that let's go and find out the answer.
Akanksha,
Absolutely.
I just want to go one step ahead than that.
Right.
Even if I know the answer, I never try to answer my son directly. My
Okay.
answer to his every question is a question. Even if
Right.
I know,
Mhm.
I know I can easily answer him. Still, I try to say him, I don't know this, but let's find it out.
Let's find out.
Let's,
Right.
because when we will find out, we will find, if I'll answer or any parent will answer, they will find just one answer. But when we
Mhm.
will go and find out the answer, we will find 10 or 20 more questions and answers parallel to that.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think then we meet the need, you know now that time has gone of saying, like, if we are if we don't know, then we should say we don't know. That is very much basic, we must say that. But when they are too young, up to 13 of age or 14 of age, even if we know, purposely we should say, I don't know,
Agree.
let's find it out.
Agree. Agree.
So and in the same thing, if we talk about, one more stereotype is there, very common. It happens
Hmm.
like that, ये ऐसे ही होता है,
Right.
ये ऐसे ही होता है, तुमने ऐसा क्यों किया, ये यहीं पे रखा जाता है, इससे यही बनता है, इससे ऐसे ही होता है, दाल ऐसे ही बनती है. Like, I have seen small small kids in school as well. When we say today we are having maybe some cooking competition, they have so many ideas, maybe very simple ideas, very basic, maybe they will not taste good, but they have their mind, I'll mix this into this and that into that, but we say nahi nahi isse ye kharab ho jayega, usse wo kharab ho jayega. We just stop them doing that. But I think we should encourage them to do, new things in different ways.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, see,
Very
when my children now they're grown older, like 21 and going to be 18, other one. So now when I see them, you're quite big enough, so I just get the eggs and keep it. I get some chicken and keep it. And I say them, it's your, you got to, and YouTube is always available there. So you make your own dishes or you make it. So it's like now they start doing their own and it's their own creativity now. What you like, how you put taste. And then it's like amazing to see that they make varieties and then it's like engaging again your own child's mind there. You're going to engage him to do certain activities which is more productive. So in that way, like you just give them those activities and okay,
Right.
you do it. You can also do it. You can, and at times I say I'm busy, so I think you could do it.
So,
So
out of this, just to develop critical thinking skills in the kids, we can take care of these 6 points. Like, number one is provide opportunity for play, then
yeah,
pause
yeah,
and wait, do not intervene immediately, ask open ended questions, help children develop hypotheses, and encourage thinking in new and different ways. After
absolutely.
this, now let's proceed to the next thinking, this skill, learning skill. So next one is creative thinking. So what do we mean by creative thinking?
Akansha has already told one.
Hmm.
yeah, thinking out of the box.
Correct. Like, means it
Yeah,
is, as I was mentioning, any invention, anything that has been done came out of this creative thinking only. Once it was a dream to talk to the person who is sitting 1,000 kilometers away from you. Once it was a dream to travel in 24 hours from here to US or UK. And the people, when someone said, like, long, long back, when someone said that Earth is round and is revolving, so people were saying he's mad and he's spreading unauthentic things. Okay. So but creative thinking means something, thinking out of the box. As you said, creative thinking means to come up with unique and original solutions of the problems for the well-being of the human being, I should say, or any beings, I should say. Means out of the
yeah.
box thinking is creative thinking, of course. So
Yeah, that is
how?
like, yeah, like we can say that making something which was not done before, or bringing things together which has not been brought together.
Right,
uh,
correct. Or maybe
and that,
something you have,
yeah,
I just refer it to something very basic, that whenever there is a problem, if there is maybe any problem happens, people start crying, shouting, screaming and talking about it, and they start nagging and they start backbiting about it. He did not do that, he did not do this, he did not do. But the people, those who have, okay, this has happened, and they're not at all bothered what has happened, they are just looking, this is the problem, what is the solution? you know when maybe if there is some announcement, it is an emergency and people start running like blinds, and then what happens, we never know that disaster will kill more people, or this hassle will kill more people. That is because of not having that creative thinking, that how this problem can be best resolved. That attitude of people of shouting, screaming, claiming, blaming each other, that makes this hassle. If they have that creative thinking, that smartly we can go out, smartly we can do something, then these things will not happen. I look at it with this very small basic element in life. So how can we encourage creative thinking in the children?
we can say that, like, we can develop this skill in the children by encouraging them to ask questions like what if.
Hmm. Yes, right. What if is
Like,
a
for
very nice.
example, we can tell children, like, we can ask them, what if the animals start talking suddenly? What will
Hmm.
happen? Then
Hmm.
we can also say that if suppose, because we are talking to the children, so what if you become a teacher and you are teaching your teacher, what will happen?
Great. Yes.
So by
Imaginary question.
yes, that we can do by encouraging them to ask what if questions. That creativity thing can, like, we can inculcate this skill in them.
Correct. Yes, Prashanti.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like giving them more questioning first thing, and also giving them more ideas, or asking them to suppose if we give them one particular task and asking them how many ways it could be done.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
suppose if it's like we could give them any for example, like any design, or giving, like I've seen those dots, they in, I think in KV school, they are in the textbook I had seen. So they give dots, and then with those dots you have to create many designs that you could do. So
Correct.
different activities when these children are given, and to do from that only. So using those limited things only, trying to do more out of a variation. So that gives them an opportunity to use what is there and to create more of.
Correct. So I see here. Yes, Akanksha, please.
Yes, and we can also encourage children if they are doing any mistake. We should not scold them. We should
Yeah.
help them to find out, to come up with a solution, a different way. We should sit with them and we should brainstorm with them so that they don't fear from doing the mistake, because we all know that we learn from our mistakes. So
Yeah.
this is
Yes,
also
correct.
one thing. And yes, second point which I would like to tell here is that learn about your child's interest and what they are enjoying, what they are loving to do. Like if suppose your child is very good in drawing and he or she wants to draw, take out time as a parent, take out time for your child, sit with your child, and you also do drawing. Show them how to,
Yeah.
because obviously we are adults, so we will draw much better than them. So they will, when they will see us doing that, the same thing which they love to do, they will also tell us more. They will come up with more ideas and their interest will increase, their creativity
Yeah.
will increase.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
I would like to add something here is, when we give children to do their activities themselves, or sometimes as what Lalita has told, like, I don't know. When we genuinely don't know certain things, it is very, I feel it from, in my case, I have seen that I genuinely don't know something. So I feel that has been a boon for me, because when I say I don't know, I'm not saying lie over there. So I say, yeah, I don't know. So in that case, I find my children taking up the initiative to find out ways and means to, and then they update me with it. It's
Right.
very, and it is very normal. We are not here superhumans, or we are not that everything we should know. We can know what we have to know or what is important for us. So, but another thing what I found is, when we become over dictating or over indulging in things, that things have to be this way, I want it this way, I want it that way, or I don't want it dirty, so I will do it myself, or you doing it will take more time, so
More
better
time.
I do it
I
myself.
do.
You
Yes.
doing it will make it more long last, I mean, it's a long process. I can do it in a short way, so I will do it. So these things will definitely curtail the child from expressing or learning better, and because we have done so many mistakes and then come to this stage, and yet we are doing it. So what I found in another case is, she used to dominate, one mother, like, she is not dominate in the sense, but she wanted a certain way, she wants things in certain way, and she would tell, you have to do this way, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, or instead of making you, if I give that permission, or if I give that children to do it themselves, they will not do it properly, or they will spoil the thing, and then she would end up doing it, and it's like, as now and the children have grown up, and they expect the mama to do it.
True. And their skill does not develop, you know, their
Yeah,
skills, and then they find very difficult at a age when suddenly they need to do household tasks, they need to manage themselves, they need to take care themselves, they are not able to do it because
yeah, yeah,
they are not habitual of it. So
yeah,
however we can discuss, you know, for much more longer period of time. We all are
Yes,
educators
there
and
are many
parents.
things
So
actually.
I
Yeah.
will, so here I would like to sum up this particular thing, like to encourage, to encourage creative thinking in children. Here we are taking 8 ways which have come out of this conversation. So 8 ways to encourage creative thinking in children. Number 1, making the children ask many questions like why, as we discussed. Provide opportunities to them to express their intelligence. Teach them multiple ways of solving every problem, triggering their curiosity. Engage them with activities and be part of their activities. Encourage children to read for pleasure. You know, reading is also something very good that encourage and enhances the creative thinking. And lastly, giving them free time and space, because many of the kids, they are filled with toys and things around them, and they don't have time to think out of the box. When we were small kids, we used to take that matchbox and making car with that and making truck with that and cutting the cards and collecting the sticks, small small sticks and twiggles, and just making stuff out of it. So they should also be given the opportunity, like they have nothing to do and you just go ahead with it. Let them get bored sometime, because when they
Yeah.
get bored, then they become most creative. So once again I'm repeating, let the kids get bored, because when they get bored, then their best creativity come out and they become most creative people. So don't fill them with stuffed toys and things around. Leave them some space and free time. Now let's
Absolutely.
proceed with the next skill, and that is collaboration. So what do we understand by collaboration?
Collaboration is basically working in the small groups and
Hmm.
taking small risk,
Hmm. Correct.
which develops the leadership quality as well.
Right. This will definitely is very much associated with the further leadership skills and taking initiatives. And 21st century, as we all know, is the century of collaboration.
Absolutely.
Anything you cannot do now without collaboration. See, we three are collaborating right now.
Yes, live
Correct.
example.
Yeah, live example. So collaboration means, one step ahead. Again, we are in 21st century. Collaboration meaning being open to the people, work together, but seriously engage with, you know with building an idea, or maybe achieving something for a bigger purpose or goal that comes under productivity. Collaboration means coming together for an idea, for some productivity, positive outcome. And we are also being able to filter and access the ideas together, and and then creating one's own value and beliefs as well. That is collaboration. Because when two
Yeah.
companies come together, two people come together, they collaboration can be for negatives also. But here we need to make it specific that collaboration should have some idea of going forward, should have some connectivity, some output, some
Yeah.
productivity, and then making one's own values and beliefs.
And
Right?
also, I would like to add one thing that by this skill of collaboration, we also learn how to take feedback. And
Correct.
we also learn and teach our children that it is very much fine if somebody, the person who is there with you in your group, disagrees with your ideas and views, which is very
Yes.
much okay. We should not be defended for if somebody is disagreeing with our ideas. So that
Yeah.
is the giving and taking feedback is very
This,
much important, which we should be teaching to our children.
this is what
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
serious engagement. This is what is
Yes,
serious engagement. Mean it does not mean I am right or I am wrong. What is best
exactly.
for it? What
Right.
is best for the company? What is best for this project? What is best for the environment? What is best for the society? That decision should be taken. That is serious engagement.
Yeah.
And then only the
Understanding opinion,
yeah,
giving opinion, taking opinion.
right. And then only the new ideas develop and the creative ideas develop when we do
Exactly.
Yeah.
brainstorming.
Yeah.
True.
It's like it is told, na, ek or ek 11.
Right. Yes.
So this is
Then I
like to develop this nowadays in schools, as we time and again keep on mentioning. These group activities are done. There the kids go towards one project and one goal with collaboration. One is doing something, second is doing something, and then making a project out of it. Getting a child to cooperate with others, it can often be a challenge nowadays, but it is very important to develop this skill. And that's why not only at schools, at home as well, parents should take care of it. So
yeah.
how can we develop this collaboration soft skill in kids?
From beginning, they should be given activities where they should come together and do, like if you take from school, like they should be doing it. At the same time, using that at home also, like when a child, he doesn't go on his own doing every activity, so mother actually comes into, pitches into, or does some activities for the child, so that then they, all of us, when all are working or all of us are going out of the house, everybody should come together, help each other, and then do the work and then move out. So this is something which we show it from the house on.
Right, like they must be the in conclusion we can say, like they must be the part, the children must be the part of our daily routine.
Yes, yes.
Must be the part of our daily routine.
Yeah, yeah. From
Yes,
this you can
Akanksha,
actually come to know, sorry.
Yeah.
please
Please,
carry on,
Actually,
please
Prashant.
carry on.
yeah, actually, you come to know, when you collaborate with others to, because your strength, you work on your strength, and where is your weakness, you collaborate with somebody else to fill in that.
Yes.
So
True.
it's like, now, if you see, most of the people are going very, they're going to, suppose if they're doing some activity, they're going very deeper and very narrowing down their niche. So when they narrow down, like for example, if you see, previously ENT doctor used to be one,
Hmm.
and now it is like ear is one, nose is one, and throat is another one.
Correct.
Previously, it was all the three one. ENT doctor we used to go, but now it's all three different. And
If
then
we talk
maybe they
about
could be
before than that, then altogether for everything there was one doctor and there
one
was one
doctor.
pill. He used to come with a bag to every
Absolutely.
house. Whatever may happen does not matter.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it is. And now you can just have one ENT hospital. So
Hmm.
one taking on different cabins, or floors, or whatever it is. So this is
Correct.
again coming together, collaborating, and then making things happen. You
Yes.
see.
In modern language, we call it initiating the play dates, but I call it playing in the street or playing the kids in the park, where two, four more kids are there, from outside. So we must
Hmm.
take care of that as well.
Yes, yes.
And we can also encourage sportsmanship spirit, where they need to listen each other, they need to follow someone, sometimes they need to be leaders. So that is
Yeah,
really, I mean, can help them to inculcate or encourage that sportsman spirit.
yeah,
And
yeah,
as
yeah.
parents, we are always the role model, so we can collaborate with parents, with other parents, and then kids
Yes.
will also learn this thing that we should collaborate with each other for any issues, any problems, or anything wherever we need help, so we can seek help from others and we can collaborate on that.
Yeah, yeah. Very true.
Right. So Akanksha, you
Kansha
want to
was
say
saying
anything?
something. He
Yes.
was saying, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to add
Carry
one
on,
point
carry
here.
on.
That is, as a parent, because I already mentioned, we mentioned yesterday that we are not living in the combined family, we are living in a neutral family, right? So the society in which we are living, as a parent, we should take out our children for the outing, and we should also make them like talk to the other kids who are there in our society, like that. Like we can organize, now new year is coming, Christmas is coming, so in our society only we can like organize small programs for our children, and give them that like responsibility of organizing it. They all will come together, they can plan out, and they can take up this program. So this will also
Correct.
develop
Yes.
social skill plus collaboration skill.
Right. Just
Yeah,
this year only,
absolutely.
the kids in the society here, like my son and some of 7, 8 of his friends, they arranged a small program on
Yeah.
Teachers Day for their parents. And they did a
Wow.
small dance, a small skit, a song, and it was so beautiful. All the parents were amazed to see that.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, I want to add on one thing is like when I used to teach in a school, when we used to take all the effort and 1 month, 1.5 month, making the children practice the dance and this and for their annual function. And later on, once for some, I think for Teachers' Day or Children's Day, Teachers' Day, I think it was like, so it was told like, we are not going to do anymore. You are going to do it and you have to present it. And it was told just hardly a week or 1, 2 days earlier, not very much. Like, but we were amazed to see that they all came together and performed so beautifully. And we
Correct.
actually are taking 1.5 months to, make them
Do
come
that
into one
also.
rhythm and do, yeah. And they have just in 1, 2 days, like, immediately they have picked up their steps, done, and then done it. I mean, you see, it's like, sometimes giving them the freedom to do it and thinking their way and making them do. They come with wonderful ideas, actually.
Right. Uh, so here I would like to sum up this. Like, you know, collaboration is being together or being open to serious engagement with the people towards a purpose, listening ideas, giving ideas, and creating new things is the collaborative learning or a collaboration, collaboration skill, we can say. So there are, out of this conversation, five tips or five pointers have come out. So five tips to develop collaboration soft skills in the children are: number one is participating or make them participate in group activities. Secondly, include your child in your daily routine. Next is initiate play dates for them, some playing ideas, some get togethers for them. Encourage good sportsmanship in them. And finally, collaborate with other parents, play a role of a role model to them, and they will anyway learn it. Now, we will proceed further towards the last, title of the day, and that is
Communication.
communication. So, communication, generally, people feel like communication means having the skill in a specific language, but that is a very, small meaning of communication. Fine.
Just a
No,
part of it.
just a part of, just a very small part of it. Generally, people feel
Hmm.
communication means having the skills in some particular language or maybe fluent speaking, but it is not communication. Communication is much more than that, right? So, what is communication?
Like if we say the exact definition, if we talk about it, it is a two-way process wherein the sender sends the message to the receiver through via media, and where the receiver decodes the message and understands it and then sends the feedback. This is the like the definition of communication which we say. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, but here the main thing is that in if we talk about communication, the first thing is that which should be like we should as a parent and as an educator, which we should teach our children is listen, listen, and listen.
right.
Because
For
if
Yes.
Shantanu.
we will not listen, we are not going to receive the correct message from the sender, from the person who wants to convey or what the person wants to say or tell to us. The correct message will not be delivered, or we will not receive the message correctly if we will not listen properly.
Yeah.
True, true. Yes,
So being
Prashanti.
being attentive and listening, like, like it's the list communication can be like, it's not necessary that it has to be only verbal. It could be non-verbal also. So being attentive and understanding what the other person is saying to the body language or any other way.
So, how I understand communication is to convey and share ideas, feelings, and your thoughts effectively. This word effectively, I always stress or highlight because, uh, you know, children, we as parents, we don't share much with them when we are in pressure, we are in stress, we are happy, or we are this or we are that. We don't express it into words to them, but it is very very essential to share it in words because I can see it from myself and from others also. Like we didn't know how to express any feeling to them. Like I was not having the vocabulary to use. So we should use feelings vocabulary very frequently with the kids so that they are also able to express their feelings and they get that vocabulary in their brain and in their heart, that when they want to say something, they are able to say something, they are able to express. More than this, very good, very nice, bad, not good. These are just very limited words we are using. We should use a huge variety of adjectives and adverbs to the students for our feelings so that they are also able to express and grasp that vocabulary. Then they will be able to share their feelings and ideas effectively,
Yes.
right? Am I correct here?
Very true. Very, very true.
Yeah. So how can we, I mean, encourage or inculcate this communication in the kids?
We can start it from our home only, that we have to do obviously by listening to our kids. And
Yes.
yes, very important role is our body language.
You were talking about Akanksha. This is a very beautiful point, and I just wanted to highlight this. This you are again and again highlighting, like talking and asking and listening. This is called reflective listening, where reflective listening is one is sharing to other and making sure to other that that person, making sure to other person or the child that you are being heard,
No, right,
and you are being trusted.
right,
They've
And in
been
addition to,
understood.
you are being understood, you are being understood, and in
Yeah.
addition to that, you are free to express yourself. And while this this term reflective listening take place, we are completely available there, and we are completely listening with attention, complete attention. Then it is a compiled together called reflective listening, and with the kids we specifically should do it.
yes,
We should clearly listen to them, we should clearly express ourselves, our words should be, our feelings should be very much clear,
very
and we
clear.
should be listening them without any judgment. That will automatically develop a very good communication, in them. What do you say, Prashanti?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And then having fun together, we just keep on instructing as we are discussing, keep on directing the students, kids,
Hmm.
but we should have, fun with them.
Yeah.
That gives a different kind of communication comfort to kids to connect with us, to connect with adults, and to express freely, because then
Yeah.
we become their world, they become our world, and they feel like they are also associated with us, they are not out, they are not
Yeah.
outdated. And
Yes,
then they
yes.
can easily do and can express whatever they feel, whatever they do, whatever they say.
Yeah.
And second point, which I already told, that body language, working on their body language, the way they talk, and they should be very much like aware to whom they are talking. Whether the
Correct.
person in front of the child is elder to him, or the person is the child's friend or younger to them, how we are talking to them, what is our facial expression, the respect with which we are talking, all these things we have to start teaching from our, like, from the home only. The parents have to do that.
Correct. Like we can call it focusing on their behavior, you know
Right.
how are they communicating to whom, and clearly defining the feelings. At times they express that I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, so we just ignore it, or we say it happens, it's okay, it happens, it's okay. We should not do it. We should clearly discuss and explain the feelings to them, that yes, this happens because of this feeling, because when they understand the reason, they are able to apply it everywhere, they are able to find out solution to it.
Yeah. And they
And
can
Correct.
one more thing,
actually carry on.
no, I just
Carry
want to
on.
add one thing, that
Yeah, yeah.
if we should tell the child, the students, that if you don't understand anything, please be very vocal that you did not understand this message and ask the person to repeat it again. Do not misunderstand, because from there only the conflict arises.
Actually, Akanksha, I'll just add on to this point. This is a very favorite point I love discussing.
Okay.
Children does not do what we say. Children do what we do. Actions are caught, actions are not
Right.
taught. We say them that express whenever you are not able to understand. They
Understand.
will not. If they are introvert, they will not. We need to create a situation, a atmosphere around them of safety, security, not bullying, that they are able to express. It applies at home as well, it applies at
Hmm.
class as well. We keep on saying and saying and saying, and a child started studying from class 1 and passed out up to class 12. Every teacher said, if you are not able to understand something, please ask, but that child never asked in those 12 years even a single question. Why? Because habits are caught, not taught. Every teacher said, every parent, the parents said in every ptm, ask questions, but the child was not understood, was not given the atmosphere what was needed by that particular child to open up. So
That is what
communicate.
we, right.
Yes,
Yes. That is what we discussed in creativity and critical thinking, that we should give scope to the child to ask questions, to brainstorm whatever they are, whatever questions, what if questions, and most probably we should focus on the open-ended questions rather than going for the closed yes, no, true, false. No, we should stop doing that and encourage children as an educator as well as parent to ask open-ended questions. Give them space to ask questions. It is fine if I don't understand anything, I want to ask you. And truly speaking, I ask hundred of questions. Even for silly things, I ask questions. So, which is very good also, and we should develop this in the students. Till date, I ask questions. If I don't understand anything, I go and ask many times.
Yeah, because if we are not open to learning, then we cannot go and ask somebody or teach somebody, because it is,
correct.
as it's always told, change is the only thing which is constant. So if there is
And
always change happening, then we have to ask questions only.
true, true, so true. And it happened with me with my son. I won't remember exactly the sentence. One day he said something and I just ignored it. After 2 3 days I heard that same sentence again, and I was running short of time and I again did not address it. And third time he was, I think, talking to his grandma or something, and the same sentence. And it was third time when I heard that, it rang bell in my brain. The statements of kids, due to short of time or due to something, we keep on ignoring, and they keep on repeating and practicing and conquer it. So we need to listen their, notice their statements and their words also, and address them in a proper mindful manner. So that they are able to develop those communication, their behavior patterns, their actions in an appropriate way. We cannot ignore them. Otherwise, after a age, we will be surprised why this child is speaking that, why this child is doing that. Because we are not noticing now, then it will affect them later in the age. And in the same, like we parents do it. Today me and Prashanti were talking about the same, that we don't have time to feed the child and we say, okay, just take this and sit in the front of tv and finish your lunch or your breakfast. Or if you will finish this, I'll give you the ice cream. If you will finish this, you will get a chocolate. So this bribing is inculcating a communication of bribing in their understanding in their neuron pathways. So we should not bribe the kids to escape from that communication also. Correct?
Very
Agreed?
true. Very
Yeah.
true. Very true. Yeah.
So you wants to add on something? Otherwise, we are almost about to finish the session for the day.
I would like to add on is, the parents have a lot of work to do, actually, if you see.
Yes, there needs to be role models. This is the first sentence.
Yeah, they have lot to do. It's only lot to do in the sense it should not be an overwhelming thought, but it has to be a conscious activity, it has to be very mindful activity, it has to be very aware. They should be very aware that what they are doing and how they could make a change in themselves, because we know that yes, our parenting or our upbringing may not, the parents upbringing may not be what we want as of today, because things have changed so much. Drastic changes have come up, like the social media has taken up the whole thing like from us, and a small box is given to them and the whole world is in their hand. So it's like, for parents, they have to they have to bring changes in them. It is like somewhat a must, because to understand, we are the ones who have to bridge the gap, like, so we have to be a person who are very flexible enough to understand, okay, what we need, how to do, and if we want our children to, move ahead, or to be more adaptable to this particular 21st century skills, we have to first adopt ourselves to that, so that we could do it in a better way.
Correct. A very small example I want to add on here. Like in day to day life, we as parents react to something or respond to something. We need to understand the difference between this. If we understand, automatically kids will understand the difference. Someone is saying something to us and we suddenly reacts or we get angry to it. But we need to understand, we need not to react in front of the child and in our personal life also. Maybe not dealing with the kids, with others also. We should not react, we should respond. If we do that as parents, automatically it will go into kids, and that is how we
Yeah.
will lay the way for the kids of communication,
And
right?
this is only possible,
So that is,
Lalita,
this itself says,
this is only possible by practicing
huh?
NENN given by David.
True, true, true.
You have
Correct.
to, we can do only by another ways, like, we can do it always, and doing, self audit. We
Yes.
have to do the self audit. Then we can,
Correct.
think about, okay, what I am talking, or at the end of the day, if reflection, we have to do it, and then see, okay, what have I done,
Correct.
because we, as if we start understanding that we are not supposed to think of the whole lot, or everything is ours, or we have to know about every each and everything that's going on here and there. And when we start getting into ourselves and our world and understanding, because we can't reach everybody, so then when we start reflecting to ourselves, and then understanding how we can change, and how we can, what exactly we can bring about in us, so that we can give to the children.
Yes.
This has been a big task. This COVID time has given a lot of task to us, a big task to us.
Correct. So so finally I would like to sum up this last quote. So communication is, the ability to convey and to share ideas and feelings. Means your it is a ability to convey and share ideas and feelings effectively. Means sharing your feelings, your expressions, putting up your points, your discussions in a proper manner is communication. So just to inculcate communication, just to enhance communication skills in kids, there are some tips which we can share here. So the tips are to enhance, just the tips to enhance the communication skills, we can calculate them. Number one, reflective listening, we have emphasized a lot on that. Second is speaking clearly, your instructions should be clear to the kids, your things, your expressions should be very much clear to the kids. Then avoiding bribes, we should not bribe them, you will do this, you will get this, you will do this, you will get that. Explaining the feelings, we should not hide our feelings, we should express the feelings, and we should use more and more words also to enhance the vocabulary of expression to the kids. Then we can notice their statements, we can notice their behavior also. We should have fun together with them, be their world, so that they are able to connect with us, communicate with us, and we have a same body language, we have a same conversation and communication pattern, and we can understand each other. Then focusing on their behavior. And finally, last but not the least and most important, always comes in parenting, is leading by example. We should play the role of a role model, we should be the role models for the kids, so leading by example. So, here we would like to sum up the session today about learning skills. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. It was wonderful communicating, and it's been one complete hour, and we could not realize that it has been an hour. And I think we can communicate even longer if
Longer.
required.
Yeah.
But we need to say goodbye. It's good night tomorrow again, because we are going to meet with the next segment of it. And tomorrow we are going to start with literacy skills, with what literacy skills are needed in 21st century. So we'll meet you same time at the same platform tomorrow, 9 p.m. at Geniusology. Unfold the genius in your child. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye bye. Good night.